Move out the way, bitches. Move out the way. Yeah, no one heard that. All right, we're taking the Engine Pro from Engwe. We already got our keys down here. They're already plugged in and turned on, so the bike is ready to go. And we're gonna take it to work again because I actually enjoy this bike. And I have some upgrades that we're gonna do to it. If you don't pay attention to the channel, that I'm gonna talk about today when we go ride it. So let's get on the bike. All right, don't do what I did and drag your kickstand. Make sure to put the kickstand up. So I got some upgrades for this bike, and basically what I'm gonna do to it is we're changing out the little piece that goes in the tube that normally holds this little foldable attachment, I guess you could say. We got to get a little tube that goes in there and ties down, and then that allows us to add a stem right here, and then we could put some regular bicycle handles on this bike. Now I don't know the rise that I want to do. It was either 8.5 or 9-inch rise. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I want it to be this tall or if I want it to be a little bit lower, but definitely it needs to be farther out from the bike. When I did first ride this bike, it's great. I have no complaints really about it, but I do want to perfect it to how I like riding. And I feel like having the handlebars a little bit farther away, so like I'm more extended and maybe slightly lower, would make this bike feel a lot better. So I think that's something that we're going to be doing soon when the parts come in. Not all of the stuff is Amazon Prime. Oh God, these people are just, oh, alrighty. Nice. I don't think you guys are supposed to be going through here. Oh my God, all the dust that went in my eyes. And I just breathed it in too. All right, I gotta close my face mask. Hold up. Oh my God, cruise control on this bike, I forgot all about cruise control. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, so I think that's gonna be kind of cool when those parts come in. We're definitely gonna make a video on it. And it's not like someone that has not made a video on it already. There's plenty of guys that have been modifying these bikes, putting 15,000 watt conversions on their Engwe bike also. So if you want to go check their channel out, by all means. I'm not the only guy out here doing it, but if you guys want to see how I do it and talk about the pros and cons because you like my content, stay tuned to that. So we're going to keep this bike for a while. And I'll be honest, I don't even know if this bike is gonna make it all the way back to my house because I'm going to work with it, no charger. It is at 100%. It's saying that we're down to 49% while we're on the throttle because it goes off the voltage sag. And I think when we took it the last time and on my way back home from work, it was at like 8% or 6% when we were full throttle. But then it went back up to like, I think it was 45 or 47%, so it wasn't too bad, but I'm not going home. And that is a clean McLaren right there. That thing's dope. Dang, that thing is dope. So I'm going to my girls after this. Whoa, those brakes. That's another 2 miles away from my work. And then to come back to my house, it's another 2 miles. That basically an extra 4 miles to my total trip. The bike should make it perfectly fine. I don't see it being a problem, but it's gonna be kind of sketchy being on the throttle and seeing it way late at night when we get to that footage later in the video on how it's gonna do and where we're gonna be at with our battery percentage. But yeah, I really can't wait to modify this bike and have some fun. I think if I do like it, like the riding stance and everything like that from the handlebars, and I did it correctly and I don't spend a lot of time ordering the like different parts because I didn't like it or something like that, because I already spent $100 to do the front end conversion. And like I said, it's not Amazon Prime. I think only 2 parts for Amazon Prime. So I think if I like it and I don't spend too much money on this bike, maybe I might do the 15 watt conversion in the back or a 2000 watt conversion. And the people basically, they put the battery on the top of the frame. Okay, people suck. This is why I just ride in the street. It's dangerous out here when you have a slower bike. It really is, guys. So I understand that getting a high-powered e-bike is technically illegal. In California, it's 28 miles per hour. But I'll tell you right now that having the extra speed to stay with traffic so you're not off to the shoulder where people aren't even looking for bikes, it's a big thing. It really is. I would always highly suggest people modifying their bike or get a bike that has like good acceleration, you know, at least so you can kind of get out of the way of people and stuff that people are doing. You never know what, you know, you need to speed up for or anything like that. But when I keep forgetting, we have cruise control. It's okay, so that's the front brake. I'm noticing that that's the front brake, if I'm not mistaken. So it's this brake over here on the left that's making all that crazy noise. But overall, I love this bike. Like I said, it's smooth. It's a great ride. It has suspension front and back. And this isn't a review video. It's kind of me just riding it again after it's probably been 2 to 3 weeks. And I didn't even mention, it does have a USB port right here. You can take it off and you're not gonna lose the connector. I was trying to take it off, but one-handed kind of hard. But anyway, it's right here. It's right behind the display. So if you do want to have your phone mounted on the handlebars, you can. But I will say that the BMX handlebars would be a lot bigger and wider, because where do you put your phone at? Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, where do you put your phone mount? There's only like this little bit of room, or like right there. It's so tiny of a space. So I don't know what people are doing. This lady's picking up wood. Interesting. Come on, man. Come on. You're gonna kill me. Wow, how are you going that slow? Jeez. That person was seriously doing like 20 miles an hour. Anyways, when I was talking about the bike being smooth, it's great. I don't have any issues with that, with the suspension and all that. I'm still worried about the tires, because the tires are obviously like real thin. They're lightweight, but you can easily get a nail. The nail that I got on my Super 73 the other day on the motorcycle tires, it would have instantly made these things flat. And I'm actually surprised I didn't make the motorcycle tires flat on my Super 73 that I added. But any little thorn would pop these tires. They're so thin. And with the wind right now, the wind's really pushing me. So we're only able to get like 23, 24 miles per hour right now. And I could definitely feel us getting pushed around with the wind. I do think I need a seat upgrade. This seat is a little tiny bit skinny for me anyways. And I'll be honest, I don't even use a shifter. I don't even go through the gears. I feel like, to me, there's no point. I don't even use the pedals. I'm pretty sure if I did start pedaling a little tiny bit, I would probably get better range, and then I would probably also get a higher top speed, but I'm okay. No pedaling for me here. We are pulling 999 watts of power out of this bike. We are moving. I keep forgetting I have cruise control. Oh my God, this is the third time I forgot. And I'm just sitting here holding the throttle the whole entire time when I could literally just let off and save my thumb. Because with these handlebars being so close together, I don't know, like my thumb is in a weird spot, but I really think it'd fix the issue if I just really loosen this up and put the thumb more like underneath the handlebars. Because if you notice how the thumb is, it's made so you can see the horn button right underneath it. But I think I'm just gonna have to have the horn button out of the way underneath, and then the throttle directly underneath the bike. So like it's more natural feeling instead of being like way up here, if I'm making sense. Because right now my hand's like this when I push the thumb throttle. I want it to be kind of like under, so my hand's normal and it's just like this. But we're not gonna be using this horn anyway, guys. You know this horn. Move out the way, bitches. Move out the way. Yeah, no one heard that. But yeah, so I've been seeing that you guys have been using my coupon code for this bike. And if you guys have been interested in these bikes, you've been watching my videos and other people's videos, you could use other people's codes if you like their videos better. But if you guys like my videos and you want to support me, then by all means, the code's Mr. Central Driver 300, and you can save like 300 bucks. Where's this guy going? Okay, first off, you're going the wrong way, and second off, you're not on a bicycle at all. And he basically just pretty much ran me off the bike lane. Like, I could have been just some regular, like, you know, senior citizen riding his bike legally, because his bike is legal, and you got people like that. Another thing I'm hoping too is that when we do change out this whole setup on the front, I want to go to my buddy Vince's house, my co-worker. You guys know a lot about him if you guys are familiar with the channel. He's an older gentleman. He's almost probably ready to retire, and he loves riding this stuff, and he kind of gives the perspective of like an older person riding stuff and their thoughts on it, so you guys can relate a little bit more, because a lot of people that are riding electric bikes are honestly, they're retired people or people that are out of shape and can't pedal anymore and they want electric assistance. Makes sense. It totally makes sense. I love having him on the video, so I'm gonna get this bike with the handlebars all set up, and I want to see if he's still gonna have any complaints about how this bike rides, because he said this bike was too tall for him. So anyway, I want to get his opinion on it and see if it really fixed the issue he had on this bike, because my other coworker Matt, he sat on it perfectly fine. It fit him well, but for Vince it didn't really fit him because he's a lot shorter. But we'll see. That's gonna be in a video a couple weeks down the road. And we're at work, guys, so we'll see you guys in a little bit. I don't know what mode you want it in, but it's like any other one. So you hit this up and see it changes.
Okay.
So same thing. So you do whatever you want. The light's already on. The throttle is on that side again.
There you go.
Just so you know. So
myself.
I lowered the seat as much as possible.
Where's the throttle at?
It's that one right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Let me know what you think. Yeah, so one thing I noticed about this Engine Pro bike, unless my tail light is messed up on this one that they sent me, it is not bright at all. You can barely see two little dots on both sides. That's why I told you guys in my review that the EP2 Pro is hands down, the tail light is better. So I wish I would have took that tail light off of the EP2 Pro and put it on the Engine Pro. You really can't see it. The headlights are pretty much similar. This headlight is a little bit brighter. I definitely can see how bright it is from here. It's definitely noticeable. There you go. Get a good look at the headlight. Oh, that's bright. That's definitely bright.
I got as high as like 16 miles an hour. And I was like, all right, that's good enough.
It looked like you were doing like 20, 25.
I could have probably at one point. I think I forgot to look at one. And I was like, when I was going this way,
Yeah.
it's cold as shit.
I bet. And I don't even have a sweater either, so.
Super cold.
But it's, for the most part, it's comfortable.
Dude.
But I just noticed when you left, this brake light is horrible.
Really? It doesn't shut up?
Well, I would think that the middle would light up, but the middle is just a reflector.
Oh. So that's the first time you noticed that?
Well, I noticed it when I was going to do my review. I mentioned that the other headlight, or the other tail light on the EP2 Pro, the lower model, had a better tail light than the higher end model.
Oh, I see.
I don't know why it's like that. And it doesn't work with the brakes either, so it doesn't get brighter or nothing. You would think like maybe it lights up. It's just, no, it's just a reflector. So that's really dim. When you left, I was like, you can't even barely see it.
Really?
Yeah. But the headlight's great.
Yeah, it does. It works pretty good.
The display is great too. I love the
hit
display.
some water a couple of times. I was really careful because I didn't know how these tires would be in water. So especially when I hit the water, I just say, all right, I'm gonna slow down. The rack is cool because you can use it for all kinds of stuff. I could totally see this being like a beach, a little beach bike type of thing.
Yeah. Did you try out the horn? Did you hear? Have you heard the horn?
I did. Yeah. I hit it by accident. No. Yeah.
What is that? That's so horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's cute.
I mean, yeah. The only way you're gonna hear it is if you're on like a walking trail and you're right behind someone, maybe like 10 feet. Yeah. I don't think no one's gonna hear it like 50 feet away and you're doing 30 miles an hour. But it's a pretty cool bike.
Right.
Now you have me worried it's gonna be cold when I.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Want to borrow my sweater?
No, I'm all good.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Definitely.
I wish we just had more time, like, to ride the shit. Man, Michael was right. It is cold, and I ain't got a sweater on right now. It is rough. I do want to mention to you guys that before I let my coworker ride it, the bike was at 87%. So that is incredibly great battery life for coming to work for 6 miles. That is very, very impressive. After letting him ride it, me getting on it, and the battery kind of settling down, it's at 81%. But let's just say it took 15% on the battery to get to work. That's still great. That's still like good stuff. I'm gonna go on the sidewalk just because I'm on the opposite side of the road. And I'm starting to hear a noise from the front. Woo, and you hear right now, that's the folding part of this front section that I'm gonna replace that we already talked about. So we'll get that replaced one of these days. I'm gonna take this curvy road down here so we can get on the right side of the road. Super dark over here, so this kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of how this headlight is looking. And it looks like it's maybe a little tiny bit higher than I would like, so I can grab it and move it down a little bit, so that's a little bit better. I don't know how much that's coming out over camera, but definitely my perspective looks better. Now, this headlight is better than the electric bike company Model X, and maybe a few other bikes, but for the most part, it is on the lower end of headlights. But this does get the job done. But I would still highly recommend, for your guys' safety, get like a Shredlight SL1000, put it on your handlebars, or go on Amazon and just get a bar mounted headlight, and you can get one that's like 6,000 lumens. I don't even know if it's a legit 6,000 lumens. That's what mine said, and I think I paid 40 bucks for it, and you guys should be good. Once we get these BMX handlebars on here, it's also going to be nice if we can put a mirror on this bike, because I can't see anything around me at all. Like, I would really like to know if there's a car coming behind me, because after seeing this tail light, it's just, I don't really think this tail light at all is safe at night for real busy streets. Like, if you have a dedicated bike lane, you know, and it's real off to the shoulder, like this street's a little wider than normal, so I'm okay on this street. But a real skinny street that has no bike lane, you're in the street, not safe at all. 100% not safe. I don't even trust it, and I am one of the most daredevil guys on electric bikes. I love to go fast on them. Like, I've got my Sur-on to, man, what did I get my Sur-on to? 74 miles per hour, so I like going fast. Super 73 RX, we've got that to 56. Very comfortable though, like we said earlier in the video, so I really enjoy this bike too. What is a branch all broken? And it turns really good. I was trying to make sure to tell my buddy Michael from work if he rode it, just know that the handlebars are so short, and the way it's so far from the wheel, like, it's just, and it's light too, so like any little type of movement, I'm not even using my hands, I'm using my body, and it will go wherever you want it, so you just got to be careful. And so right now under full load, we're pushing 26 miles per hour. We're pulling 830 to 860 watts, and our battery is down to 27, 28%, and now it's going back up to 29, but roughly around there under load. This whole trip, including the part where I'm gonna do after I leave my girl's house, which is gonna be the next day, it's probably gonna be at night too. We're looking at 6 miles to my work, 2 miles to her house, 2 miles back to my work, and then 6 miles back home. So 8 and 8, basically 16 miles total is what we're gonna do. Oh, I forgot we got cruise control. Oh, bike, easy. All right, guys, I will see you in a little bit, and we'll get right back on it. And later in the video, what we're gonna do is when I go all the way to my house, we're gonna see where the battery percentage is at. I'll let it go up and see what we get for 16 miles with no pedaling and no regen and just a full charge. And I'm 160 pounds-ish, so gives you an idea. Let me know how you like it.
I'm just gonna go around and then back. I suck at braking this thing.
You gotta learn the brakes. It absolutely says 0% under throttle.